Hello everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and this is another back to basics type tutorial. It's been a while since I've touched on that general topic, so I figured why not come back in and talk about color change and weaving in your ends as you go. So personally, I hate weaving in my ends. I just do. I don't like that part of my color work projects, and it would be my luck that I tend to work in a lot of color work, so it's a kind of something that you have to get used to. However, you can make your life a little bit easier with that process by weaving in your ends as you go, and then all you have to do is like snip them and maybe use some fray check on it later and it works out just fine. So here I have my swatch from the chevron tutorial that I did, I think, last week, and what I'm going to do is connect my new color of yarn here, which is like this weird periwinkle blue, and I'm just going to go ahead and change my color here. If you don't know how to change color with crochet, I do believe I have a tutorial on that matter back on my channel, but okay, so I'm going to chain one to secure my color, and I'm going to turn my work. So now I'm going to be working in this color B, this little periwinkle color, and I'm going to be retiring, so to speak, this gray color. So this is the front side of my work. The stitches look a lot neater. So what I want to do is I want to take my previous color that I was working with and put it to the back, and I want the tail for my new color to be at the front. Now this is just Infiniti's observation. I'm not saying that this is a foolproof thing, but I have noticed, like, when I do this and I have the old color on the back and the new color on the front, that creates a neater, what am I trying to say, like a neater join as you continue to make your stitches along the row. So I'm going to go ahead and start making my stitches. It really helps that this swatch is single crochet because you can really hide those ends. And actually, when I do my own patterns, I try to make color change rows single crochet just because you can hide the stitches so much better with the shorter stitch. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and skip my stitch there, single crochet. And by keeping my front color, my new color, to the front and my old color to the back, this also helps to hide any color bleeding through your project. So if you're doing a project with a whole bunch of color change, this is something I recommend you doing. I know when I was designing my little heart on a blanket patterns, I would often resort to this method because I didn't want my lighter colors coming through the front of my darker colors when I did my color change. So this is just like one of those simple technique type videos today that has been really effective over the time I've been stitching, which has been quite a while now, guys. It's been almost 10 years. It's hard to believe. Okay, and then so you would continue to do that, and as you work more stitches, your yarn will kind of stay where you want it to stay, as far as where the colors lay. And then when you get tired of weaving those ends into your fabric, you can just put them all to the back and continue your pattern as you normally would, and that is that. And so I'm going to show you in a minute that little seam thing that I was talking about when it comes to weaving in colors as you go. Alright, so I'm going to turn this over. So as you can see on the back, this line where I joined my colors and wove them in as I went is a little bulkier than the rest of the pattern, like say compared to these stitches. And this is not something that you typically want on the front of your work, so I recommend keeping your yarns like to the back when you change your colors and weave your ends in as you go. That way when you turn your work over, you have a much neater transition as opposed to something like this. So that's it for today's tutorial. I hope it was helpful. If so, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. You can leave me comments down below. I will try to get back to them as soon as possible, guys. Stuff is picking up really quickly. You can check me out on my various social media. I'm on pretty much everything except for like Snapchat and TikTok. So I have a little something out there for everybody. I have a host of stitches, tips, tricks, tutorials, patterns, etc. on my blog. So if you want to check that out, it's always linked in my description box below. And that's also just a really good way to keep up with me in general. There's always something posting over there because yeah. So until next time, guys, happy making.